there's a stigma that goes along with it. It seems like. Now I might be, you know, overthinking it, but it just seems like there is, especially when you start dealing with customers that think that they're better than the lawn care guy, and the lawn care guy is probably, you know, making more money than they make, you know, probably, you know, but they look down on us. So yeah, but I don't let none of that crap get me down, y'all. Nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing. The only thing that's gonna stop me is a freaking stroke out here, or something happens that I can't physically do it anymore. That's the only thing that's gonna stop me. Nothing else is gonna stop me. Nothing. You know, I have unbelievable willpower. So, and that is a fact. You know, I have willpower out of this world, it seems like, because when something goes down, or something happens, or a situation occurs, I'm at my best. I always am, and I do whatever I got to do to keep things rolling. You know, and there's no give up in Ray, not unless I want to. You know, and I don't. You know, only thing I want to give up on is doing all the physical labor out here, not having help. I give up on that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to always have guys out here, and that's the price I pay. You know, for, you know, making a lot of money or making good money out here, is I have to deal with help. You know, well, making good money out here, not having to do all the work. So I don't care what anybody says, you can't make as much money in this particular game by yourself as you can when you got labor guys work for you. So, you know, it's just whether you want to deal with a headache or not. And, you know, I'm willing to deal with the headache, at least for now. Morning, Friday morning, ain't y'all glad? I know I am. I'm ready to damn get through this week. Alright, y'all, so we got the first one done. It's 1:20. And it took us 40 minutes, so. And he's got some more work over here he wants us to do. Usually I don't have time, but it looks like I'm gonna be able to make time this year. Usually we would do the last couple years we've done mulch and everything over here. But yeah, we're on to the next one, y'all. Okay, guys, so this is the second one. We're done. All right, so we're done with the second one, y'all. Y'all see what we're working with today. But y'all should see what this customer done to their yard. See, you got customers, man, they think they know what the hell's going on, but they really don't. Look at this yard right here, y'all, where the customer put weed and feed down and didn't water it in, and the dry weather just killed everything. Look, that's what the wife said. I think that he sprayed, and he sprayed too much. Look at that, man. We ain't gonna, not today. All right. And see, what you got to watch out for if you're me, y'all, is you can't be responsible for that. You see, that's why. See, the last time we was here, we did not spray at all. So when I pulled up, I called the customer. I said, "What in the world happened to the front yard?" Because I just knew, man, did we spill spray? That's all I was asking. I said, "Did I spill spray?" You know, that's what it looked like when I spilled my spray. She said, "Oh no, my husband." Here you go. Here you go. She said, "Oh no, my husband put some weed and feed out." And well, he did more. That's what he told her. He did more than that. He sprayed it. I think what he did, he was trying to spray like these dandelions right here. Y'all see the black? That's what happens when dandelions get weeding feed put on them. They turn black like that. So, you know, it's just some things that can happen when you don't know what you're doing out here. You know, not us, but the homeowner trying to save a buck. You know, will think they know, and sometimes they do. But most of the time, more than that, they don't. See, we're not spraying anything today. Why are we not spraying anything today, Ray? Because it ain't had no rain. I'm not going to waste my spray, and it'd be unpredictable, right? Let me put this weed in the rack. Out of gas. Look, that's what they call the walk of shame right there, y'all. Look, the walk of shame. You're good, man. We made a good time. You see how quick the mowing's going?
I do. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah, I told you, man. The grass is not growing. We love these sure cans, y'all. The sure can. How you like that gas can, Zach?
Very easy maneuverable.
Only thing we need now is some gas in it.
You see how quick I was able to take it off my shoulder and put it on.
It's all good. Just take your time, man. We don't want to compromise nothing. They already got enough going on up there. So why ain't you spray, Ray? Because see, I know that it ain't rained, and I know that it ain't gonna rain. And if it ain't gonna rain, and you're in the middle of a dry spell, don't spray nothing. At least down here where I'm at, I don't spray because it's a waste, man. The customer doesn't benefit from it, and if the customer doesn't benefit from it, then I don't want to do it. If the yard doesn't benefit from it, I don't want to do it. So, you know, you got to be thinking like that when you're out here in the mix like this, man. It's, it can be, that's just ridiculous, man. Destroy the front yard, kill good grass, man. There was good grass right there, dude. You know, Zach's running around. I wish you wouldn't do that. Just take your time, dude. He's all, see, and I like that go get him that he's got in him, but it's not necessary, you know. He's just trying to be fast, man. And you don't have to be, because see, the mowing is going a lot quicker. Just like I told him on the way down here, I said, we're going to get off a lot earlier than what you think. Because we're able to mow, the mowing's not going to take as long. Because the grass is barely growing, y'all. Barely growing. But, yeah. I'm just glad. Some homeowners would try to blame me for that, you know. But these people are good people, man. And so she said, my husband put something out there. I don't know what it was. It looks like a little weeding feed and some spray. He probably walked, my thinking is he either walked around with a spray gun, spraying the dandelions, and then watered, and then it spread. So, yeah, y'all, I kick back. Yeah, I definitely could not do this without the guys working for me. Help and all that, man. It's mandatory for me, man. I know a lot of guys come out here and they want to do solo, and solo's okay, you know, and you can make a living doing solo, but you know, you're gonna cap how much money you can make, and you're gonna burn out too a lot quicker than somebody that's got help, unless you got help that burns you out. And that can always happen too. But I'm grateful for the help I got, man. I need it. Couldn't go without them. And if they weren't out here, I had to hire other guys, man. So there's always issues with guys working and having to train them, and you know, train them to do it like you want them to do it, man. It's painstaking, man. You know, it pays off if you can, you know, if you can keep them, you know. But you got to pay them good. You can't chump these guys off with $8 or $9 an hour. You got to pay them good. You know, you need to be, you know, for my expectations for the guys out here that work for me, I don't, because I don't like to pay guys chump change, you know. So it can be difficult out here by myself, and yeah, there ain't no way that I could do this by myself, man. There ain't no way. You know. But you know, that's the same in any business that's really lucrative. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, right, y'all? It doesn't matter. You know. I mean, Amazon couldn't run. The president of Amazon couldn't do Amazon if he didn't have all the drivers and all the support staff. You know, I mean, same thing. You know, if everybody quit on them, then they'd be out of business. There's no way they could keep up. It's the same way in any business, man. You know, just scale it. You know, of course, you know, I hate to compare my business to Amazon, you know, but I'm just saying that, using that as an extreme example, you know. But, you know, having help and dealing with help, it's a headache too. It is. It can be, and especially, you know, in the training process. What's really nerve-wracking to a guy like me is you train the guys and then they quit. And then you're back to the drawing board again. And it's painstaking to train the guys like I need them to work. And I need them to do the properties in order to justify the pay. So, you know, if I find a guy that can just hold on through a summer, you know, or two, then they're gold after that. And I'll pay them more money too, you know. But help is mandatory, you know, to make a lot of money. Now, I could do it by myself, and I could do, you know, I mean, you know, I could do, I don't know, 8 or 9 yards a day probably by myself. But that would suck. I mean, well, my yards are pretty big. I mean, I could probably do 6 or 7, you know. I could do 400 or 500 all a day. Pretty easy, you know, by myself. With the equipment I got, the accounts I got, and all that, you know. But I wouldn't have all these accounts if I didn't have help to begin with. So, you know, there's that too. But we are good, man. Everybody did good this week, man. And now it's time to go in here, sit on the couch, jump in the pool, sit on the couch, pet my dog, and get ready for Saturday, man. We just got a little bit to do tomorrow. 2:45, y'all. Lunchtime. Yep. And that's how we do it, man. I mean, and I know there's a lot of other ways that we could do this, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna work for myself and work 9 or 10 hours a day after 15 years. I used to work every day, all day long, man. You know, but I you know, the last 5 years or so, I kind of just stood back and kind of slowed things down just a little bit, and now I kind of got a formula, you know, and it seems to be working. You know, I mean, we make money every year, and could I make more? Maybe. You know, I could probably make more money if I wanted to, if I stayed out longer. But I'd have to, if I did that, then I would have to start combining routes. And then if you can't do all of one route or all of the other route, then there's no point in combining them. Because if I got to go over here to do 2 yards, and I may say I got 8 yards on a route, on whatever route it is, and I got 8 yards on this route, and I go and I do 5 yards from that route onto this route. Now I got 2 yards way over there on that route, and then it makes it where it ain't even worth doing those 2. So, you know, for me to get busier and to stay out here longer, the ends have got to justify the means. You know, right now I'm in a sweet spot because I got just enough on this route, just enough on that route, just enough on that route to average probably $600 or $700 a day, you know, on average. something like that. Some days a little bit more, you know. But I'm good with that because I don't really have a whole lot of, I don't know, man. I'm just not a high maintenance kind of guy, dude. I don't care nothing about designer clothes or sunglasses or, you know, expensive toys. You know, I don't really care nothing about all that, man. I'm not saying that I never will or never have, but you know, I just don't. I don't have expensive taste, man. I like to eat good, and I like to live good. And if I need something, I like to have the ability to go buy it, and I do. You know, this kind of work provides me with all of that. This kind of work here, lawn care, okay, landscape, you know, bobcat stuff, hardscape, you know, it is as recession proof as any occupation out there, I think. I do. I started my business when the market crashed. I mean, the reason I got laid off my job is because the market crashed. So, and I excelled, you know, even in the most horrible economic times. So, and I thought to myself in 2008 and 2009, I said, shoot, if I can make it through, you know, this kind of economic downturn, then imagine what I can do when it's good economic times. And that's what I told myself back then. And that has come to be true. So, a lot of people, you know, come on here and they kind of, you know, talk down about us lawn care landscapers and stuff, you know, talking about how much money they make at their job or this or that, or, you know, well, you know, being out here and doing your own gig, you know, there's more to it than just making money. There's a certain, I don't know, control you have over your life, you know. Of course, you know, if you lose it, you know, I mean, you lose it all, you know. There's no middle ground. It's either do great and grow or do bad and don't grow. So, you know, and you hear it all the time, if you ain't learning, you're dying. So I'm learning every day. So, you know, I don't know, I just get tired of, especially like even some of the customers I used to have, they you know, they would try to, you know, they'd be living, you know, in a in a middle income house, you know, about like mine, you know, nothing fancy, but nothing, you know, not squalor either. And they would talk down to the landscaper, especially when I start talking about, you know, when they want to get prices and stuff. And they would come and they would say, you know, things like, well, you make more money than I do. I'm like, yeah, probably so. I mean, okay, I probably do make more money than a lot of my customers. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I do. I probably don't make as much money as some, but I bet you I make as much or more than a lot. I don't know. But there's some kind of, I don't know, it's just, people think that because you cut grass, or, you know, that you're broke, or that you're hurting, or that you're, you know, and I ain't never hurt out here. Never. As soon as I made up my mind that I was going to chase this type of work and do this business, I never looked back. You know, I just steady grew every year and steady growing every year still. You know, a little bit. You know, so, you know, for these people that, you know, are especially customers of mine, you know, that are, you know, making, you know, 50 grand a year and they're paying me 60 to cut their grass, they don't like it because I make more money than they make, or it just never occurred to them, you know, that I make more money than they make. So, and that's how a lot of these, a lot of customers are. Like my neighbor got a new mower. Pretty nice there. I'd tear that mower up in one damn sit. Good Lord. That's a wrap, man. 2:30, Friday. It went a lot. Usually we're done about 3:30 or so on this particular route. But we saved some time today. Of course, it doesn't matter because I paid the guys the same. The vendors made the same. So we all like that. We're getting off an hour early, actually about an hour and 20 minutes earlier than we usually do on this route. You know, having good help, man, is critical, man, to make a lot of money out here. If you don't have good help, you can only make so much money, man. And that's how I make decent money, is I have help. Without them, I can only do so much, you know. Well, without them, I had to hire somebody else, because there's no way that I could do what I do out here, you know, by myself. So good help is critical. And Drew and Zach, they're doing great, man. We've had a great week. Everybody showed up every day. Nothing broke. Nobody got hurt. And everybody got a fat check, man. Peace out.